Hi guys, welcome back to Fully Committed Kitchen. Today I'm gonna make a banza made out of chickpea pasta. This is my favorite alternative to regular pasta. I'm gonna use the rotini today and I'm gonna make a pasta salad. So everybody loves pasta salad. It's like a classic for summer, it's starting to get warm out. It's good for your barbecues. So what I did is I just pre-made the pasta. So it's ready to go because I want it to cool for a little because this is supposed to be a cold dish. I have some celery, white onion, purple cabbage, cucumber, may use some spinach, we'll see. And then I have these little peppers that I love, these red peppers. So let's start. We already have my pasta my pasta made. And then I'm just gonna start by just getting a little bit of prep going. I've already prepped a few things, just like the onion and a little bit of the celery. And then I just like to rib it. And you want the pieces to be somewhat small, right? Because you don't want to jump into this like huge bite of celery. I like a chopped salad more than anything, so it's really important that we kind of cut everything the same. Just give it a good little chop. Now, the good thing about this is going to be a plant-based, obviously, dressing. So I'm gonna use vegan mayo instead of real mayo. This is the reduced fat one by Veggies. I'm also gonna be using a little apple cider vinegar, olive oil. We're gonna keep it on the lighter side, because who would I be if I wasn't fully committed to my cooking here? So celery, done. I also like to add a little cucumber. This is a Persian cucumber. Obviously everything is organic. I like Persian cucumbers the best for snacking too. Again, I like to kind of quarter them, make them as thin as possible so everything is the same size. It's a lot better in a bite. Probably just use one. I was gonna maybe use two, but one looks good. Mix it into the same bowl my celery's in. Kind of want everything together. Now, for my purple cabbage, I like to do this shredded. So I kind of turn it on its side and then I kind of start to just cut. And then after, I'll show you what I do here. I go back and give it like a nice rough chop. This you want on the smaller side because it can tend to be like super dense. You can also use a mandolin if you like. I don't for this, but you can, and it makes it a lot easier if you're not big into chopping. I just love to chop veggies, to be honest. So my rule always with food is color, color, color. Try to eat the rainbow. We have a lot of green, we have some purple going on, we have some red in the peppers. But it gives you a lot more quality and nutrient dense meal, which is what we want. So here we go with our purple cabbage. I'm gonna mix that into my bowl. Nice. Look how pretty those colors are, I love that. Okay. Get to my lemon here. Now it's important that you use your lemon right away, right? Because you don't want your veggies to turn color. Make sure you take the seeds out though, because nothing worse than seeded lemons. Just give that a nice squeeze on top. Okay. We don't want it to change color. And I got a seed in there and I just told you guys not to do that. It's okay. Perfect. Now give this a little mix so the lemon gets all mixed in. Look how pretty that is. Love good color. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my little peppers. These are really good. And what I love about them is they're not super spicy. They just give enough kick. I'm just gonna chop these nice too. Don't overdo it with these though, because the seeds tend to make it hotter. Here's a little trick too. The lighter the color, the spicier they are. So try to go for the darker ones if you can. This I'm going to put into my sauce, to my dressing here. The peppers, I like to mix it right into the dressing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna toss my veggies into my pasta, right? Give this a good mix. And I'm gonna start to make my dressing. The pasta's still a little warm, which we want. We just don't want it piping hot. in my other bowl, same bowl, because we're conservative here, we don't want to waste, right? In this bowl, I'm going to put my peppers, yes. We're gonna put lemon, more lemon, always lemon, as the base of my dressing. The more lemon I can use, the less I'd have to use as a liquid like oil. So I use that to kind of thin it out, right? We're gonna put some herbamare, which is herbed sea salt, which I love. And then you can kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of vegan mayo, right? But it's up to you. Like some people like their dressing a little more dense and some people don't. I'm gonna give this a good mix here though. Starting to thin out with the lemon juice, really good. Now, I also like to add a little bit of Dijon mustard because you want that little bite to it. About a teaspoon or so. Get that all combined well. Now for my extra little secret, a little splash of apple cider vinegar. So good. So here I only want to use a teaspoon, okay? You don't want that much bite. Great. And you also have to remember the peppers in the dressing give it a lot of flavor. And then a little splash of olive oil. Here you always want to measure your oils. I'm gonna do a teaspoon. You have to measure your oil because that's where your big fat content comes from. You definitely don't want to overdo your fat content, right? Give that a good mix, and you're gonna start to fold your pasta into it. See, it makes a nice dressing. It's not too light and too watery. I like to put my pink salt directly onto my veg and pasta, and then it's gonna coat in the sauce, but it's important to kind of give your pink salt a toss there. Let me move this back. Don't forget, we still have our onions, which I'm gonna pour into our dressing so they can coat first. Perfect. Then for the best part, it's all going to go coat our pasta and our veggies. Now I like to toss it together. This is such a good side dish for like your barbecues, a nice like girls luncheon, guys luncheon, game day, even kids like this. It's also a really good healthy alternative to the real thing because we know that macaroni salad is so heavy. So here's a great alternative. Look at all the colors. Again, color people. We're gonna put a little bit of cracked pepper on the top, a little bit of pink salt, a little bit more. Great. And there we have perfect, fully committed macaroni salad made out of Banza chickpea rotini. Thanks, guys.